Let me ask you a question. Have you ever answered a phone call in English and after saying hello, your mind just went blank? You understood what the other person was saying, but you didn't know how to respond. If your answer is yes, you're not alone. The good news is that phone calls are actually quite predictable. Most conversations follow the same pattern, and once you learn the right phrases, you'll know exactly what to say. In today's video, we'll practice every common phone call situation step by step. You'll learn how to answer a phone call, how to ask for someone politely, what to say if you're busy, how to ask someone to wait, what to say when someone isn't available, how to handle a bad connection, and finally, how to end a phone call naturally. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to say from the moment you answer the phone until the conversation ends. So, let's get started with our first situation: how to answer a phone call. The first impression on a phone call starts with how you answer it. But the right greeting depends on who is calling you. Let's look at the most common situations. If your friend or a family member calls you, simply say, "Hello," or "Hi." Both are natural and commonly used in everyday conversations. Now imagine you're receiving a call from a company, your office, or a recruiter. In this case, it's a good idea to introduce yourself. You can say, "Hello, this is Anaya speaking," or simply, "Anaya speaking." Both sound professional and polite. Now you've answered the phone. The caller says, "May I speak to Miss Anaya, please?" If they're asking for you, you don't need to repeat your full name. Simply reply, "Speaking." Or, "Yes, this is Anaya speaking." Both let the caller know they've reached the right person. So, let's quickly review. For friends and family, "Hello," "Hi." For professional calls, say, "Hello, this is Anaya speaking," or "Anaya speaking." When someone asks to speak to you, "Speaking." Now, let's move on to our next situation: how to ask for someone on a phone call. Imagine you're calling a company and you want to speak to a specific person. You can say, "May I speak to Mr. Rahul, please?" Or, "Could I speak to Mr. Rahul, please?" Both are polite and perfect for formal phone calls. If you're calling a friend or colleague, you can simply say, "Can I speak to Rahul, please?" Or, "Is Rahul available?" Both are common in everyday conversations. For casual calls, simply ask, "Is Rahul there?" This is very natural and commonly used. Quick recap for formal calls: say, "May I speak to Mr. Rahul, please?" Or, "Could I speak to Mr. Rahul, please?" For everyday calls, say, "Can I speak to Rahul, please?" Or, "Is Rahul available?" Now let's move on to our next situation. What should you say if you're busy and can't talk right now? "I'm a little busy right now. Could I call you back later?" "Can I call you back in 10 minutes? These sound much more polite. Now imagine you need a moment before continuing the conversation. You can say, "Please hold for a moment. One moment, please. Let me check." These phrases politely ask the caller to wait. Imagine someone calls asking for Rahul, but Rahul isn't there. You can say, "He's not available right now. He's in a meeting. He'll be back soon. Could you call again later?" These are polite and commonly used in both workplaces and everyday conversations. Now let's look at another common situation. What should you say if you can't hear the other person clearly? Imagine the caller says something, but you didn't catch it. You can say, "Sorry, could you repeat that? Could you say that again, please?" Both are polite and commonly used. Imagine you're talking on the phone, but there's a lot of noise around the other person. You can say, "There's a lot of background noise." "It's quite noisy on your side. I can't hear you clearly. Could you move to a quieter spot?" Sometimes the connection is poor, and the other person's voice keeps cutting in and out. You can say, "Your voice is breaking up." "The connection is bad," or "The signal is weak." These phrases let the other person know there's a problem with the phone connection. Now let's move on to our final situation. How do you end a phone call politely? Imagine you finish talking to a customer, your manager, or someone from a company. You can say, "Thank you for calling," or you can say, "Thank you for your time," or simply, "Have a nice day." These phrases sound polite and professional. If you're talking to someone you know well, you can keep it more casual. You can say, "Talk to you later," or simply say, "Take care," or "See you soon." These are friendly and commonly used in everyday conversations. Sometimes you want to let the other person know you're about to end the call. You can say, "I have to go now," "I had better get going," or "I'll talk to you later." And that's it. Now you know how to handle the most common phone call situations in English. From answering a phone call, to asking for someone, responding politely, handling connection problems. The next time your phone rings, you won't have to think about what to say. You'll already know the right phrases. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments. Which phone call situation do you find the most difficult? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.